Hello everybody, this is BeyondGaming here, and today I'm going to start the first part of my single commentation Skyrim playthrough. It's going to be heavily modded, and as we go along, I'll make sure to kind of introduce the mods I'm using, point them out, and just kind of talk. This first part's going to be a nice intro. I'm mainly going to be talking at you guys, so just kind of bear with me. I promise I'll start getting funnier and funnier, and I also can promise that I may have some guest appearances from some of my friends in my series, and we'll just kind of talk, commentate, and we'll just kind of laugh at each other and laugh with each other. But it's probably going to be mainly laughing at me, so prepare. So anyways, let's kind of start. Now, I know the intro to Skyrim is not the most fun thing in the world. However, we're going to kind of put up with it. We're just going to kind of go through. I'm going to kind of introduce myself, kind of introduce this channel since it's relatively new. This is going to be one of my first single commentation playthroughs. I've done kind of other videos, maybe one or two other videos with my friend Jordan. He'll be a common occurrence in this playthrough, so because I'm not good at single commentation, so it'd be good to have him here, and he can just kind of add a little bit of his humor to it, along with mine. Pretty good friends. I think we make a good duo when we're together. We can talk, be funny. And also we'll have some other people here, maybe Ari and or Ali, as he's known, but I call him Ari. Matt, maybe Dominic if we're lucky. Don't know. It just depends. We'll see who we get. But anyway, just kind of start off.
Hey, you.
If you look here at Rayloff or Roloff or whatever you call him, he's wearing different armor than the Storm Clocuris. He's wearing an armor from the immersive armors mod by Hot Trooper 44, as is Ulfric over here, and Havar or whatever his name is back there is also wearing one, and then General Tullius up there is wearing one. So this mod just adds some unique armors into the game, and just kind of these armors are really unique in appearance and have actually some really strong defensive bonuses for either heavy or light armor. But on the topic of mods, one of the next mods we're going to see is a character creation overhaul, and what it does is it takes the best of both worlds from the Skyrim character creation and the former Elder Scrolls character creations such as Oblivion, Hammerfell, and Morrowind. It takes the best of all of them, puts them together, and creates this beautiful character creation where it's really in depth, and you get all these sliders and everything else, and all this custom coloring, and you get to choose a permanent birth sign and so on. It's really cool, and we'll see it in a couple minutes. But for now, I'm just gonna kind of mention a little bit about myself. My name's Rob, or Sigma. Rob, Sigma, Raziath, Sigma Star. I kind of go by whatever. So if you guys want to address me, just use whatever. I'll know if you're talking to me or you're talking to someone else. As I said earlier, this first part's just kind of an intro. It's going to be me talking at you guys, just kind of introducing myself and kind of introducing the playthrough. But in regards to the playthrough, what's going to happen is I'm not going to do the main quest line outright, just for the fact that it's kind of short and there's not a whole bunch of substance to it. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Companion or the Dark Brotherhood first and kind of get them out of the way because they're pretty easy to do. Then I'm going to do the Thieves Guild. However, I have a mod installed where the Thieves Guild actually has some prerequisites that you need to fulfill before you can even join and bring off even notices you. One of the prerequisites is you have to have a set stealth level, which I have to determine what it's going to be. I have to pick so many pockets, steal so much amount of gold, steal so much amount of items in gold, and just a whole bunch of other stuff. And once I do that, some big thing will happen, and I'll be able to start doing stuff for the Thieves Guild. So,
Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
that's about it. So, in a couple seconds, we're gonna see the actual character menu. Also, before I forget, I'm just gonna kind of run through this tutorial. I'm not even gonna pay attention to the quest markers. I'm just gonna kind of go through what I need to do so I can get to Riverwood as quick as I can. And the first part's just going to be me doing the tutorial and talking, as I said earlier.
It has been an honor.
The second part, And I'm gonna. Second part is that with the way I'm setting my character up in this mod, my character's gonna have level 35 smithing already, so I'm gonna be able to smith dwarven armor at level 2, which is actually a really nice bonus. So after we get to Riverwood, pick up Fendrel, and then do some basic stuff in Riverwood. We're gonna head to Markarth and meet Kalstermo and get into Dwarven Ruins and just already get the Dwarven gear. Now, for my character, I'm gonna go with what I normally go with. I generally do like a two-handed, almost Highlander sort of thing, heavy armor Highlander, where I have a massive two-handed weapon that just deals tons of damage. Yeah, I like that hair, facial hair. I've been trying to grow this, and it doesn't work. I can't grow facial hair. I don't know why. Hopefully my genes fix themselves, and I can grow facial hair. So, yep. This is me, or what I wish I could be. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of go with my name, just to address myself. Now, this is something I mentioned, that I get to choose a class and a birth sign for my character, and this is part of the Oblivion, like what Oblivion and the other games used to do. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, I get race bonuses, which is kind of cool. I get additional stamina, however, and carry weight, however my magicka is reduced. And my warrior skills are a lot better. I'm actually going to go with Lover's Stone instead of the Warrior Stone, just for the fact that all skills get a 15% bonus instead of a set number getting a 20% bonus. So I feel like that's going to be better for what we're going to do, and we're going to level up all the skills. We're going to do a custom class where combat is going to get an additional buff. Then stamina is going to get an additional buff, and those are just kind of like a custom class major perk thing. Now we're going to choose some skills here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in combat skills. I'm going to pick smithing, two-handed, and heavy armor. Now this will give me they gain an additional 20 points in it, and also increase 20% faster. And then the bonus, you can read there, it stacks with other stuff. So that'll make it really nice. Then we're going to go into stealth skills, and we're going to grab lockpicking, sneak, and speech. Now speech is one of the hardest skills to raise in this game, just for the fact you only can really raise it by selling stuff and completing persuasion or lying stuff or intimidate. So, and those are near and far between, so I like getting that little extra bonus just so I can improve it a lot faster.
On the Skyrim. Captain,
okay.
What should we do? It's not on the list.
Forget the list. He goes to the door.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. At least you'll die here, in your homeland.
Is it really my homeland, though? Question for you. I'll let you decide. Is it my homeland? So something I just kind of like to point out here that I just think is kind of interesting, and I'm a nitpicky person. That's just kind of who I am, and my friends can testify to that. But when Alduin comes in, I feel like people should be freaking out. No one freaks out until he actually lands on the guard tower, but people can see him flying around. So I feel like someone should have been like, "Oh my God, it's a dragon!" or something like that. Instead of just, "Sentries, what do you see?" And then, "Oh my God, it's a dragon!" Boom, all goes to hell. I feel like it should have been the first out of those two. So yeah. Last time I was, I've had multiple failed recordings because either it doesn't record me, doesn't record the game, doesn't record the game sounds. Something always happens. But in one of my earlier recordings, I caught Ulfric just giving me a death glare. And the moment I looked at him, he looked away, like knowing he was caught. So I thought that was just kind of interesting. Oh, and as you can see here, I installed a mod where blood textures are more realistic and blood is more realistic because I love little violent kind of violent quirks. I love realism in games. I just think it makes the game more fun. So I have a couple realistic mods in here so that it makes combat a little bit more realistic and blood more realistic. I also have a couple overhauls to make the weather more realistic for location. Mods to make characters look more realistic and just make some characters look better. I've noticed that in the base game, when some females were talking, their mouths didn't line up with what they were saying, so I installed a mod to fix that. And just, yeah, I kind of installed a bunch of overhauls and a bunch of just kind of this and that and this and that, just to make everything a bit better, just to make the game look nicer. Pardon me, I'm choking. So now here's the part where I speedrun the tutorial. Okay. Once we get up here, Alduin bursts through the wall. 3, 2, 1. Move. Jump. Run, 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 run. Fall. Turn to the left. Run, 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 run. Bypass the dragon. Don't ignore him. Jump. Run, 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 run. Make a left turn. Make another left, right. Out the store. Turn. Ignore the archers. Run, 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 run. Ignore them. And run through the store. I should probably mention now, I'm a Stormcloak through and through. I'm not an Imperial fan, so I'm going to be starting with the Stormcloaks in the Rebellion. And if you don't like that, I don't care. I'm a Stormcloak, and if you're an Imperial, I don't like you. Not really, though. I just think the Stormcloaks have a better storyline, and I think they're kind of a more true sort of thing. They're not like a puppet government set up by the elves.
Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings
I can't even think of what they're called.
May as well take guns.
What's the Elven Dominion called in this? I don't know. I'm just gonna ignore it for now. Let's Luke Gungnir. Now, as I said, I'm probably gonna go with a big two-handed warrior. So the stuff at the beginning doesn't really apply to me. Unlock door requires keys, so now you run over here, crouch here, pull out your weapon, and get ready to smack someone in the head with an axe. Now, let's get real here.
No way to open this from our side.
What I hate about the tutorial is just the sheer lack of common sense. Is that, oh, this door doesn't open. Or, oh, this doesn't, just, it just irritates me. Now I'm going to take out the Imperial Captain first, because I want her armor. So Helgen Key, Imperial armor, ignore that. Raylov can take care of him. He has plot armor. It's the most wonderful armor you can ever get in a game. Plot armor. You can never die until the plot requires you to. So, I have the key, can open this door. Of course, I'm out of stamina. Run down the stairs, make a right turn. Dragon's gonna make that collapse in a second. Open this door. Run here, 2 guys. Also, another reason why I picked two-handed is that I don't block very much, and I'd prefer just to knock my enemy down before they knock me down. The immersive, also the immersive weapons mod adds some really cool weapons. So, really cool two-handed weapons. It adds stabs, scythes, some cool curved sword things, like almost it almost adds a bat'leth from Star Trek, or bat'leth, or Botleth? Bathleth. I don't know. It's like a Bathleth? Something like that. It basically adds one of those in the Daedric weapons, which is really cool. Also, it adds a lot of really cool high armor rating armor that is more in depth to craft. However, it's worth it if you can do it. Open this knapsack. There's some lockpicks and some healing potions. I don't want to pick any of that up, just for the fact that none of it is going to be useful to me. We're going to now unlock this cage door. Cage door open. Now, what I love is about having this mage here is that that gear, I can either disenchant it or I can sell it for actually a high price. So now let's actually learn that, and yep, we're good. Oh yeah, those 2 books that I have are mod items, so I'm not gonna showcase them because one of them is I was using in another playthrough I'm recording for just kind of a mod overview playthrough or kind of a mod review sort of thing that I may or may not post. So I'm not going to open it just for the fact one of them's a cheat item and the other one's not. So I don't want to throw off the balance of the game by using it. There is one cheat item that I do have in here that I'm going to leave in and use in the playthroughs. It's a experience booster for some skills, so that that certain skill sets level up a little faster. So like my speech skill will level up maybe 2 times as fast or something like that. So I'm going to leave those in. I don't like it when people, like when enemies just kind of hold their block up and just don't do anything. They just hold the block up and just kind of turtle. Excuse me. They just kind of turtle there and just take all your hits and they don't take any damage. Especially when you get to really high level enemies and they just turtle. You're not going to be able to kill them. So you just kind of have to sit there and wait and hope they don't kill you in one shot. Which is extremely frustrating when they do. I remember many times when I was fighting some enemy and they were just kind of turtling, and then all of a sudden they take one swing and I get sent flying halfway across the room. It's always the most irritating thing in video games. However, it makes you think and makes you plan. So your next encounter with that enemy you'll have a little bit of extra perk to it. Also, I hate this room. I hate frostbite spiders. I don't like how they look. I don't like spiders. I also don't like the fact that they drop absolutely nothing. They only have venom, and that's it. And I just noticed I'm now getting very nasally because my nose is getting stuffy, so please ignore that. So now we are going to smithing. We are going to get the steel smithing perk, and then next level I'm going to get the dwarven smithing perk, and that will allow me to produce dwarven gear, which is actually really strong, especially at this low level. Also, weapon-wise, I think I'm going to go with quarterstaff, just for the fact it's kind of funny to be able to smack someone to death with a staff. And it also follows a warhammer. It has more damage than a war axe and a greatsword. However, it's faster. It's about as fast as a greatsword. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. It has speed and damage. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna make the dwarven quarterstaff, and it's one of the immersive weapons. So it's actually really cool. The Hoth Trooper and the people who made it, they spent so much time into some of these weapons and armors. So I'm going to take, when I make one of the immersive armors or something, I'm going to take time and I'm just going to kind of showcase it and saying, kind of go into third person, go, ooh, ah, and just kind of do that and just kind of say, and just kind of point out the good work that they did and just kind of give them their credit that because they spent a lot of time and effort into it, and so it's best that they get some recognition out of it too. Even though it's a small channel, maybe if I get 3 views on this, I'll be happy. If I get 100 views on this, I'll be happy. No matter how many people view this, I'll be happy as long as people who put in good effort, and if I mention them saying they put in this effort, as long as I get recognition out of it too, I'm happy. And also, what's going to make me happy in this playthrough is that I just want the people who take the time to watch it to be happy. I want them to enjoy listening to me talk. I'll admit I'm kind of a more serious person. I'm not as funny as some other people. However, I try to be funny. I try to be a nice guy, and I try to do all this. So as long as I make someone happy with this playthrough, and as long as I make someone smile, or just be there for someone who needs it, or who needs like my kind of humor, or who needs it at that time, as long as I can do that for them, I'm happy. So if you comment or say and tell me things, or if you comment and comment and just ask, hey, can you do this, or hey, can you do this, I'll make sure to listen, and I'll make sure to try and accommodate you. And just kind of, if you want to see me do this quest, I'll make sure to do that quest. If you want to see me do more of something that I'm doing, I'll do more of that. Or if you want to see less of that, I'll do less of that. This is a learning experience for me too. So any feedback helps, and I'm great. I love constructive criticism because it makes me better, and I want to be the best that I can be for the people who enjoy watching me, or the people who, so on. I'm at a loss for words because I haven't really done this before. So we're in Riverwood, and we're about 20 minutes in. So I'm gonna end the first part here. I understand it was kind of a tutorial, and it was just kind of me talking at you. I promise it will get better. Just bear with me a little bit, and I will give you the best that I can give you. This has been Beyond Gaming, and the first part of my Skyrim playthrough. Stay frosty, my friends, and I'll see you in the next part, hopefully. Please like, subscribe, comment, do whatever. I'm here for you, and hopefully you'll be here for me. As I said again, this has been Beyond Gaming, and stay frosty, my friends.